Every single day you're making choices that are slowly destroying your hair follicles from the inside out. And the worst part is you probably think you're eating healthy. Right now, at this very moment, your scalp is screaming for help, but you can't hear it because the damage happens silently, gradually, until one day you look in the mirror and wonder where all your hair went. The truth is, hair loss isn't just about genetics or age. It's about what you're feeding your body every single day. And most people are getting it completely wrong. But here's the thing. I'm going to reveal 7 specific foods that can literally bring dying hair follicles back to life, reverse thinning, and trigger new growth in ways that will shock you. This isn't about expensive treatments or miracle products. This is about real food that works at the cellular level to transform your hair from the root up. But you need to watch until the very end, because I'm counting down from number 7. And the most powerful hair reviving food is saved for last. Before we dive in, hit that like button right now and drop a comment telling me your age so we can build this health community together. Let's start with number 7. And this one is going to surprise you because most people have no idea just how powerful this is for hair restoration. We're talking about collagen, specifically 10 grams of collagen peptides daily. And this isn't just another trendy supplement. This is the actual building block your hair desperately needs to survive. Here's what's happening inside your body right now. Your hair is made up primarily of a protein called keratin, but to produce keratin efficiently, your body needs specific amino acids, particularly glycine and proline. And collagen is absolutely loaded with both of these in massive amounts. When you consume collagen peptides, you're essentially giving your hair follicles the exact raw materials they need to construct strong, resilient hair strands from the inside out. The glycine in collagen doesn't just support hair structure, it actually helps your body produce more collagen naturally, creating this incredible cycle of hair strengthening that builds on itself over time. Proline works hand in hand with glycine to form the structural framework of your hair, making each strand more flexible yet resistant to breakage, which means less hair in your brush and more hair on your head where it belongs. But here's where it gets really interesting. Collagen doesn't just help your existing hair, it actually supports the scalp environment where new hair grows by improving blood flow and delivering nutrients directly to dormant follicles that have been starving for proper nutrition. The key is consistency. Because collagen works cumulatively in your system, you need to hit that 10-gram mark daily, whether through a high-quality powder mixed into your morning coffee or smoothie, or through collagen-rich bone broth. Most people make the mistake of taking collagen sporadically or in amounts too small to make a difference. But when you commit to 10 grams every single day, you're going to notice baby hairs sprouting along your hairline within 8 to 12 weeks. And your existing hair will feel thicker and stronger than it has in years. Now let's move up to number 6. And this is where things get really exciting, because this food category is something you probably already have in your kitchen, but you're not eating enough of it. And that's vitamin C rich fruits. Your hair follicles are under constant attack from something called oxidative stress, which is basically cellular damage caused by free radicals that accumulate from pollution, stress, poor diet, and just normal aging. And vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidants that directly neutralizes these free radicals before they can destroy your hair follicles. But vitamin C does something even more critical for hair growth. It's absolutely essential for the production of collagen. So without adequate vitamin C, your body can't even use the amino acids from food to build the collagen your hair needs. Think about it this way. You could be eating all the right proteins and taking collagen supplements, but if you're deficient in vitamin C, your body literally cannot assemble those building blocks into usable collagen for your hair. Beyond collagen production, vitamin C dramatically improves iron absorption from the foods you eat, and iron deficiency is one of the leading causes of hair loss, especially in women. So by loading up on vitamin C rich fruits, you are actually making all the other hair healthy foods you eat work better. The best sources are oranges, strawberries, kiwis and guavas. But don't sleep on papaya and pineapple, which are absolutely packed with vitamin C and come with additional enzymes that support overall nutrient absorption. You want to aim for at least 2 servings of vitamin C rich fruits daily. And here's a pro tip: eat them fresh and raw whenever possible, because vitamin C is sensitive to heat and degrades during cooking. 1 medium orange gives you about 70 mg of vitamin C, and a cup of strawberries delivers nearly 90 mg, which means 2 servings easily puts you well above the recommended daily intake and into the optimal range for Haka IR health. What's fascinating is that vitamin C also helps your body deal with the hormone DHT, which is the primary culprit behind pattern baldness in both men and women, by supporting healthy circulation to the scalp and maintaining the integrity of blood vessels that feed your follicles. Coming in at number 5, we have dark leafy greens. And this is where we're going to talk about 3 absolute powerhouse nutrients that your hair cannot survive without. Iron, folate, and additional vitamin C, all packed into these incredible vegetables. The connection between iron and hair loss is so strong that doctors routinely test for iron deficiency when patients come in complaining about excessive shedding, because iron is required to create hemoglobin, the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen throughout your body, including to your scalp and hair follicles. When your follicles don't get enough oxygen, they essentially go dormant. They stop producing new hair, and the hair you have becomes weak, brittle, and prone to falling out at the slightest touch. Dark leafy greens like spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and collared greens are some of the best plant-based sources of iron you can consume. And the beauty is they also contain vitamin C in the same package, which helps your body actually absorb that iron efficiently. But iron is just the beginning, because these greens are also loaded with folate, which is a B vitamin that's absolutely critical for cell division and tissue growth. And your hair follicles are some of the fastest dividing cells in your entire body, constantly creating new cells to push your hair up and out of your scalp. Without adequate folate, this rapid cell division slows down dramatically, leading to slower hair growth and increased shedding, because the follicles can't maintain their normal production cycle. Studies have linked folate deficiency direct to premature graying and hair loss, particularly in people under chronic stress or those with poor diets lacking in vegetables. You want to eat at least 2 cups of dark leafy greens every single day. And the best way to do this is to rotate your greens throughout the week, so you're getting a variety of nutrients. Spinach one day, kale the next, then Swiss chard, then arugula. Mixing it up ensures you're not missing out on any specific compounds that different greens offer. A lot of people worry about raw versus cooked greens. And here's the deal: lightly steaming or sautéing actually increases the bioavailability of some nutrients like iron, while making it easier to consume larger quantities. So a big salad is great, but a cooked side of greens with dinner is equally powerful. Now we're getting to number 4, and this is where fat becomes your hair's best friend. We're talking about nuts and seeds, which deliver vitamin E, zinc, and omega-3 fatty acids in this perfect combination that most people are severely deficient in. Let's start with vitamin E, because this is one of the most underrated nutrients for hair health. It's a fats-soluble antioxidant that protects your scalp and hair follicles from oxidative damage, but it also has this amazing ability to improve blood circulation to the scalp, ensuring that all those other nutrients we've been talking about actually reach your follicles. Research has shown that people with hair loss have significantly lower levels of vitamin E in their systems compared to people with healthy full hair. And when they increase their intake through foods, they experience noticeable improvements in hair density and growth rate. Almonds, sunflower seeds, and hazelnuts are absolute powerhouses of vitamin E. Just a 4 cup of sunflower seeds gives you nearly 80% of your daily vitamin E needs. But nuts and seeds don't stop the air. They're also one of the best sources of zinc, a mineral that's absolutely critical for hair tissue growth and repair. Zinc also keeps the oil glands around your follicles working properly. Zinc deficiency is actually one of the most common nutritional causes of hair loss, and it's especially prevalent in people who eat a lot of processed foods. Pumpkin seeds are particularly rich in zinc, along with walnuts and cashews. And the beautiful thing is that these same foods also deliver omega-3 fatty acids, which reduce inflammation throughout your entire body, including your scalp. Inflammation is a silent hair killer because it disrupts the normal growth cycle of your follicles, keeping them stuck in a resting phase instead of actively producing new hair. The omega-3s in walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds work to calm this inflammation while also nourishing the cell membranes of your hair follicles, making them more receptive to nutrients. You want to eat a variety of nuts and seeds every day. Aim for about a 4-cup total, and if you're not eating fish regularly, then focus heavily on walnuts, flax seeds, and chia seeds for those omega-3s. One important note, buy raw or dry roasted nuts and seeds without added oils or salt, because heavily processed versions lose nutritional potency and often contain inflammatory oils. Moving up to number 3, we have eggs. And this is where we need to talk about biotin, because this B vitamin is absolutely essential for the production of keratin. Biotin deficiency is relatively rare, but even marginal deficiencies can lead to noticeable hair thinning and loss. And eggs are one of the richest natural sources of biotin available, with most of it concentrated in the yolk. One large egg contains about 10 micrograms of biotin, and while the recommended daily intake is only 30 micrograms, most experts agree that optimal hair health benefits from higher amounts. But eggs are so much more than just biotin. They're a complete protein source, containing all 9 essential amino acids that your body needs but cannot produce on its own. And your hair follicles are constantly using these amino acids to construct new hair proteins every single minute of every single day. The quality of protein you consume directly impacts the quality of hair your follicles can produce. Eggs also contain selenium, a trace mineral that's involved in the activation of enzymes that support hair growth and protect against oxidative damage. And they're one of the few food sources of vitamin D, which plays a crucial role in creating new hair follicles, with research showing that vitamin D deficiency is linked to alopecia and various forms of hair loss. The choline in eggs is another underappreciated nutrient for hair health. It's involved in numerous cellular processes, including the signaling pathways that tell hair follicles to enter their growth phase. Most people don't get nearly enough choline in their diets, and eggs are by far the best source, with one large egg providing about 147 mg of this critical nutrient. The way you prepare your eggs matters too. Overcooking them at very high heat can destroy some of the more delicate nutrients. So, aim for soft-boiled, poached or gently scrambled eggs. You want to eat at least 2 to 3 whole eggs daily for optimal hair benefits. And yes, whole eggs, because the yolk is where all the biotin, choline, vitamin D and healthy fats reside. Now we're at number 2, and this is where the omega-3 content gets serious, because we're talking about fatty fish like salmon, mackerel and sardines, which deliver these essential fats in amounts that are simply impossible to get from plant sources alone. Omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, are incorporated directly into the cell membranes of your scalp and hair follicle cells, making them more fluid, more responsive to nutrients, and more efficient at all their cellular processes, including hair growth. These fatty acids are also potent anti-inflammatory agents that work systemically throughout your body, but they have a particularly strong effect on scalp inflammation, which is one of the primary drivers of hair thinning in both men and women. When you eat fatty fish regularly, you're essentially dousing the inflammatory fire in your scalp that's been slowly strangling your follicles. But the benefits go way beyond just inflammation. The protein in fatty fish is exceptionally high quality and easily digestible, meaning your body can break it down and use those amino acids for hair protein synthesis almost immediately. Salmon is particularly impressive because it also contains zeaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that gives the fish its pink color and provides additional protection for your hair follicles against oxidative stress. Mackerel and sardines might not be as popular as salmon, but they're actually more nutrient dense in many ways, with even higher concentrations of omega-3s. 1 3-Oz serving of salmon contains about 1 1/2 to 2 g of omega-3 fatty acids, and you want to aim for at least 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week. The vitamin D content in fatty fish is also crucial because vitamin D is directly involved in the creation of new hair follicles, and deficiency in this vitamin has been strongly linked to autoimmune hair loss conditions. What makes fatty fish even more powerful is the selenium content, which works synergistically with the omega-3s to support thyroid function. And thyroid issues are one of the most common underlying causes of unexplained hair loss. Your thyroid hormones regulate metabolism in every cell of your biota, including your hair follicles. And when thyroid function is suboptimal, hair growth slows dramatically and shedding increases. Wild-caught fatty fish is preferable to farmed when possible. But if farmed is all that's available, it's still far better to eat farmed fatty fish than to skip this food category entirely. And finally, we've arrived at number 1, the absolute most important food category for bringing your hair back to life. And this is high-quality protein from sources like chicken and Greek yogurt, because at the end of the day, your hair is literally made of protein and nothing else you eat matters if you are not consuming enough high quality protein to support hair growth. This is where so many people fail without even realizing it. They're eating enough calories, maybe even eating healthy foods, but they're not getting anywhere near the amount of protein their hair follicles need to produce strong, healthy hair consistently day after day. Your hair follicles are among the most metabolically active tissues in your entire body. They're constantly dividing, constantly synthesizing new proteins. And this requires a steady supply of amino acids from your diet every single day. When protein intake is inadequate, your body has to make choices about where to allocate the limited protein it has available. And guess what gets cut first? Your hair. Because from a survival standpoint, hair is non-essential. Your body will always prioritize vital organs over hair growth. This is why people on very Protein diets often experience dramatic hair shedding a few months later. Chicken, particularly chicken breast, is one of the leanest and most efficient sources of complete protein you can consume. It's low in fat but packed with the amino acids your hair needs. A 4 Oz serving of chicken breast contains about 35 grams of protein, and if you're eating sea chicken twice a day, you're already getting 70 grams of high quality protein just from this one source. Greek yogurt is another absolute powerhouse for hair health because it combines high quality protein with probiotics that support gut health. And emerging research shows that gut health is directly connected to hair health through the absorption of nutrients. A single cup of plain Greek yogurt can contain anywhere from 15 to 20 grams of protein. Plus, it's rich in vitamin B5, also known as pantothenic acid, which has been shown in studies to support hair follicle health and may help prevent hair thinning. The calcium in Greek yogurt also plays a role by supporting the secretion of hormones and enzymes involved in hair growth. You need to be consuming at least to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight if you're serious about maximizing hair growth, which means if you weigh 150 libs, you need a minimum of 105 to 150 gram of protein daily, and most people aren't even close to this number. The timing of your protein intake matters too. Spreading your protein consumption throughout the day ensures that your hair follicles have a constant supply of amino acids rather than getting a huge influx once and then running on empty. Breakfast is particularly important because after an overnight fast, your body is breaking down tissues, including hair proteins, and getting 25 to 30 grams of protein at breakfast stops this breakdown and shifts your body into a growth-promoting state. Greek yogurt with some nuts and fruit makes a perfect high-protein breakfast, or scrambled eggs with sautéed greens, or a chicken breast with sweet potato. The quality of your protein sources matters enormously. Stick with whole food sources like chicken, fish, eggs, Greek yogurt. And if you do use protein powder, Choo, a high-quality, minimally processed option. Your hair is literally a protein structure extending from your scalp. Every single strand is built from amino acids that came from the food you ate. So if you want thicker, stronger, faster growing hair, you absolutely must make high quality protein the foundation of every single day's nutrition. So there you have it.